Hello everybody, welcome back to Alan Wake. Okay, so,
God knows what.
I can change where I'm sitting! I can change where the camera is!
Or until I get eaten by a grue.
Okay, probably shouldn't turn off the lights, just because, we know full well what happens when that happens.
I didn't realize we were back in the 3rd grade here.
Yes, I'm a 3rd grader. Hello. Wah.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al.
That's sort of what I asked you to do, so stop acting like it was your decision. There's something I want to talk about today. But first, we're gonna
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Of course it scared Barry. So
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Okay, so
I
have to walk there myself?
This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done. But I was still angry.
No,
at
it's
Barry
absolutely
for trying
not.
to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Yeah, but maybe not the local cops that I'm pretty sure there's only like 6 of them. But you might be able to scare them if, you know, you get someone like the FBI involved. Okay. Today, I wanted to attempt to talk about one of my favorite sayings. Okay, this is my preferred 3rd person. It is like this. By the way, there's just ammo up in that corner behind my face. But one of my favorite sayings: anything worth doing is worth doing badly. And at first, it doesn't make any sense. When you first hear it, it makes absolutely 0 sense. And there's a reason I chose to talk about it in this game, despite the fact that this game sucks for trying to talk about any sort of subject whatsoever. And that's because, with Alan being a writer with writer's block, is sort of fit, in my opinion. To talk about something such as this saying. The point behind this saying is, even if you... Okay, well, listen to the page first.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page."
Okay, so other people are aware of the pages, according to the pages. I don't want to believe that. Ta!
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
This sounds exactly like a head injury.
Rusty? Damn.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming!
Please, help me!
I am coming for Rusty.
Help me!
Because I feel like it. Now, the idea behind the saying is, if it's worth doing at all, even if you aren't able to put all your effort into it, or 100% at all, it's worth attempting to do it. I'll stay quiet for cutscenes.
Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll
Mouth physics!
You
I have to be a dick, I'm sorry.
The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Rusty's gonna die.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
I think it'd be a good idea to release...
Good boy.
To release Max. So, Mammoth Bro didn't do anything. It's actually a surprise for me. I was expecting Mammoth Bro to do something. Oh, his office is across the fucking way?
Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
I think it would have been better to just kick the door in. Key be damned. You seem pretty good at kicking doors in.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
I was
too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
And, yep, I knew Rusty was gonna die. Rusty's dead. Rusty is dead!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Hunters need hunting licenses.
And why is that, eh? Why is it the hunters need hunting licenses? So there we go. Rusty is dead.
Had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals.
Why did I...
Fishing!
What?
For those prisoners.
Who purchased a park
Fishing.
license? No.
Okay, I'm gonna be absolutely honest. The way they speak while taken over by the darkness like this
From the park.
is absolutely annoying to me. Like, it's a cool idea
Includes even
in theory, but
or even simple berries.
it really is just annoying in practice. Like, it's the type of thing that works in books, but it does not at all work here in a game. It doesn't work, like, at all here in a game, and it's slightly annoying because of it. Also, why, pray tell, does a battery, replacing the battery in the flashlight, not boost it back up to 100%? It puts it at, like, 50, and that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so something tore a mammoth-sized hole. I probably should have checked to see if the mammoth was gone, because I'm pretty sure it's gone. But
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
yay! So someone's dead. Someone is going to die. I'm pretty sure Rusty's dead. So is the cabin dude. And a comment on a previous episode of this actually put it best. The game is trying to be both worlds. It's trying to be a movie or a book, but at the same time be a game. And, in my opinion, it's worse off for it. Now, back to what I was trying to say. The explanation for anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Let's say you don't have the energy or mental ability to be willing to put too much effort into, like, anything. Well, you still need to brush your teeth. And anything worth doing is worth doing badly. So, woot. Yeah, fuck you. Stop, you piece of shit! That hurts! Okay, which way am I supposed to be going? I don't think this is it? That's the way to Lover's Peak, so the other way is the exploration route. Okay. You still need to do things like brush your teeth, do your laundry, take a shower. Oh yeah, there's still the fucking radar that I could use. I keep forgetting that. But anything worth doing is worth doing badly. So if it's worth doing, then go ahead, like, you still need to do these things, so brush your teeth terribly. It's better than nothing. Take a shower, even if all you do is stand under the hot water. It's better than nothing. This cave was the site of Moonshine Cave. This cave was the site of frequent and lucrative bootlegger activity throughout the Prohibition, 1919 through 1933. It was mostly used for temporary storage of alcohol smuggled from Canada, but at times alcohol was also distilled on the premises. Okay, cool. I do hate that it has taken... It has taken all of my weapons from the previous thing from me. So now we have a single... I guess this shotgun doesn't have magazines. But no, there's the revolver either. They're both the type of thing that I can just load a single bullet in or load 3 bullets in at any point because I have to load them both individually. But that's why it's my favorite saying. No matter what the action it is that you need to do, anything worth doing is in fact actually worth doing badly. Because anything that you do manage to get done is going to be better than nothing. For example, Alan, as a writer, pretty crappy one in my opinion, Alan as a writer, even if in my opinion he is a pretty crappy writer, for him it would be better to put pen to page no matter what, even if he doesn't publish what he writes.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Okay, for once, it's not just a page of spoilers. It's just context for previous situations. Thank you, game. That is how it's supposed to be. That is... your pages shouldn't just, oh, here's what is going to happen in like 30 seconds. They, of course, the darkness has to be like a frickin' motion blur effect, and it's annoying. Giant smoke cloud. Okay, so that he can hit me twice. I find that completely unfair. One of the dudes hit me twice in a row. I only got the chance to dodge once. Okay, this is gonna take a bit of effort. And that's the stupid part. Okay. I shouldn't insert batteries unless it's mid-combat. Like, right there, that would have been a viable point to insert batteries. If I had ran out, but... I'll be honest, this game is irritating. But I am willing to continue playing it because it's not a terrible game. It's just a bad game. Okay. Give me this. Of course, they make it to where, opening up, Look, I thought they were giving me a bunch of resources, and in fact, it turns out they weren't giving me enough. I ran out of bullets.
Afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
But do they really know what you know? I don't feel like they know what you know. I feel like they just... Yeah, these things are just stuffed full of, minor things. Alan... I stopped sprinting a long time ago, but he... like... I saw that. Ow! I have no idea what it expected me to do right there. I just flat out am not gonna have enough bullets to deal with this. And there hasn't been a flare gun. There is no flare gun, and this is the exact type of situation I'd want a frickin' flare gun. Okay, instead of going that way, I'm going to go this way. Of course! Okay, I need to get there. That was just barely acceptable. And by barely acceptable, I mean that, like, I don't think that was the right solution at all. I was right the first time around. I just flat wasn't gonna have enough bullets to do that. The tree ring, this The tree this ring was cut from started growing in 1846, the year the Oregon Treaty was signed. Other notable events marked on the rings: 1853, the Washington territories, blah 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 blah. History. Trees can mark history. Yeah, great. Why? Why does the game let me read those things? Okay, let's let this be absolutely honest. I am out of ammo in all of my weapons. There's no way I'm gonna win this. So I need to take out Big Man. No matter what else I do, I need to take out Big Man. There we go. Now I can go through here? No, I was just supposed to jump over this. I probably could have done that from the very beginning.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
Why does Agent Nightingale want to catch me? What did I do? Well, what did Alan do? I am not Alan. But that's gonna have to be today. For today, guys. Let me know. What are your thoughts? Anything worth doing is worth doing poorly is the thing. As well as, my god, as a game, this game's, it's bad. I'm not saying like the gameplay is bad. Keep that in mind. I'm just saying, overall, it is not in the category of good. Not terrible, but not in the category of good. Nowhere near great. But I do hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below, as well as hit that subscribe button. There's going to be one that shows up right there, as well as one down in the description, whichever one's more convenient for you. And there's going to be 2 videos, one right here and right here. Click one of those if you want to watch more of my content. And I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye, guys.